What's up with the squad? Back with another video. Y'all seeing the title's going down. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for me, please. Y'all seeing the title. I'm going to show y'all this clip. This clip is back in November. Sarah Haynes talks about, you know, this. So this person's name got changed from Tim McBride to Sarah McBride, which I'm sure y'all know. But I just find it completely insane. Let's check out what Sarah Haynes has.
Flipping her the middle finger because she is the one person in the House that this will affect. It's for House and their staff. One person, one person. And this woman that came to sat at our table was one of the most decent, amazing politicians I've ever seen. Her messaging was resounded across the boards. And as she herself said, I am not here as the first I'm not here on a cause. I'm here as a person with ideas.
Okay, so that's one thing. Because I said it to y'all when it came to the Dylan video. I don't have a problem when it comes to whoever, you know, whatever feels some type or whatever they like. You, boy, female, male, whatever you like. But when it comes down to it, to this gender thing, this person in particular, it's a man. You know, I'm so tired of when it comes to this she, and they clearly I'm telling y'all, they go to the doctors, male all day. All day. And that
was the point here. And what I'd be more scared of if I were there is going into the bathroom with Marjorie Taylor Greene. Because she started a fight with Nancy Mace.
Lauren Boebert.
Boebert. I always get all of them confused. But also, remember Matt Gaetz. We were just talking about him. He started an almost brawl on camera. And Kevin McCarthy, like, where's our, you know, what we do in church? Like, let's add, you know, we're at work right now. They are beating the crap out of each other. And they're worried about this amazing human being making a difference in D.C.
Probably wants a job with Trump.
Well, she didn't.
But I feel like that's Joy just be talking outside her neck. I feel like that's crazy though, because I feel like it's one thing if like I feel like that's one thing, obviously, because, you know, a person doing their job. Like I said, like me personally, I ain't about to sit there, you know, and hate on a person for liking, you know, somebody. You know, I'm not like that just for the simple fact, like, you know what I mean? Like, I got family members, you know, but when it comes down to it, having a family member, even a friend, you know, and they come around me and obviously they're a man and they call themselves a woman, I'm addressing them as a man. Bro, what up, bro? If somebody say, oh, my daughter, is that a man or what? Oh, that's a man. I'm going to I'm tired of everybody sitting there like it's like this little game, bro. Stop doing it. Sarah Haynes steady saying, this amazing woman. Bro, that's not a woman, bro. I'm highly confused on why they keep doing it. I honestly don't know why they keep doing it. Check this out. Now, I showed you, we talked about the whole Dylan thing. Check this out.
I think part of the problem that the trans community is facing, and it's the same problem that women face, is if you don't know anything about our bodies, you don't know how it works. So when you come in and you say, oh, you know, these are men, you know, competing against women, you're assuming that the women are weak and just can't do anything except be here. Have you seen female athletes? They know what they're doing.
Listen, that's why his eyes got big like that. Y'all see how I address this man as he? This is a his right here. This is not a female, y'all. This a man. For anybody that's sitting there confused at home, trying to figure it out, it's a man. Newsflash. Check it out, though. I'm going to be real with y'all. When it all come down to it, women are amazing. Not even going to lie. Came from a great woman. Brought me into this world 1998, March 3rd. I don't know what time. Don't even know how much I weighed. But, you know, she brought me here as well as God. And my father. Can't forget about my father. I feel like a lot of people mistaking that. You know, a father has a little part too. I'm only, you know what I'm saying? I'm a father, so I got to say that. I always tell my kids that too. Have a little part of it. But I do want to say, I'm not even going to lie. I do want to say this. When Whoopi is sitting there talking about women, that they know what they're doing, by all means, I don't I know for a fact they're not sitting there talking about, women are weak. I know there's a woman out there probably stronger than me. I'm not even gonna lie. In certain cases, I'm not even gonna lie. But when it comes to, I'm being so for real. Like, I know it's a lot of men out there. Like, when it comes down to like lifting or like, different things, so I don't honestly. But then when it comes down to these professional sports, like when it comes down to the Olympics, when it comes down, to these, it should be the way that it needs to be. I've always grown up to see men going against men in sports, women going against women in sports. Why on earth do people just want to change things up? And I find it absolutely disgusting. You got men that obviously is thinking that they women and talking about, oh, I'm a woman now, and then they want to go box and beat up other women. Or you got women thinking they can do this in professional sports against a man that literally does it for a living, and thinking it's not even that. I trust and believe. There's a lot of women that, there's women that serve, that are very strong women that does a lot, but there's also men that serve. And for real, get down. So I'm telling y'all, like, it's just one of those things. Like, Whoopi sounds very insane right now. And I know that she sounds insane because the way that this man looked at her when Whoopi said that, it gave it all out right there. Honestly.
So I'm not sure.
Nothing to say. Didn't agree, none of that. I'm telling y'all, bro, it is absolutely insane. Said, why are there different sets of tees in golf? How many female players are in NFL? How many 7-footers are in the WNBA? Or better yet, how many are, going actually against any of the professional athletes in the NBA? Track and field, differences in time. Could go on and on and on. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So I wanted to show y'all, obviously, more so when it comes down to what this whole video is about. Obviously, Tim McBride, and obviously changed his name to Sarah McBride, which I'm still going to address as he, because I look at that person as a man, which everyone should.
Relations Subcommittee was adjourned abruptly after the chairman refused to properly address Delaware Congresswoman Sarah McBride. Take a look.
I now recognize the representative from Delaware, Mr. McBride.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Ranking member.
So this man, so he said, if I'm hearing this right.
Take a look.
I now recognize the representative from Delaware, Mr. McBride.
Mr. McBride, that's what it should have been.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Then he said, Madam Chair. So look, this is my thing. This man even saying the Madam Chair, saying that, going back, it should have been left that. Man, I'm telling y'all, the view is just, they messy, bro.
Ranking member Keating, also wonderful.
Mr. Chairman, could you repeat your introduction again, please?
Yes, we have set the standard on the floor of the House, and I'm simply.
What is that standard, Mr. Chairman? Would you repeat what you just said when you introduced a duly elected representative from the United States of America? Please.
I will.
But I feel like that's some BS, bro. Throwing the United States of America. That like, don't put that. That's the whole simple thing. What they do when it comes to God too. Like, don't do that. They did that with Dylan when Dylan was saying stuff like that. Like, don't do that. You know what I mean? The whole thing with the mistakes, and God don't make mistakes. I'm telling y'all, God don't make mistakes when it comes to stuff. From what I've learned, obviously from a lot of people in my comments, from my parents. That's not something, you know what I mean? From what I was taught, so when it comes down to it, they throw this, the United States of America, don't do that. You know what I mean? It's a man and a woman. That's clearly a man.
Representative from Delaware, Mr. McBride.
Mr. Chairman, you are out of order. Mr. Chairman, have you no decency? I mean, I've come to know you a little bit, but this is not decent.
We will continue this.
You will not continue it with me unless you introduce a duly elected representative the right way.
But the thing is, he doing all that yelling, and he not even saying that that's a she. That's my thing. He not even saying, you will represent her. Like, he not even saying none of that. I haven't heard, if I'm mistaken. So he's sitting there yelling at him, and he not even addressing this man as her, as he wants. Man, they see this got me all confused, bro. That's exactly why it's important for people to just stop what they doing, think about it for a second, and say, "Oh, I'm a man. I'm a man." I'm just trying to figure. I'm trying to figure it out, y'all. I'm trying my best, but it ain't hard. I'm telling you, it ain't hard. All you gotta do is look down. I'm telling you, just look down. It's there. This
Unless
is insane,
you introduce
bro.
a duly elected representative the right way.
This hearing is adjourned.
That's right.
Good for him.
So
Crazy,
the
bro.
people of Delaware voted for Congresswoman McBride. So why is it so difficult
Man, a woman, bro.
for people to understand that she was elected by her constituents? They know Sarah McBride. So I say, if you're so concerned about protecting who you consider women, why don't you spend less time monitoring bathrooms and address the material mortality crisis in this country when it comes to maternity, when it comes to black women? Why don't you end the 15% gender gap? Make sure women have access to health care and contraception. Investigate cases of missing or murdered indigenous women. If you care that much that you got to do all that.
So she rips up a paper because she knows she's full of shit. That's usually I'm so sorry. If you care about women, why don't we feel it? I don't understand.
This is the new scapegoat.
they don't feel it because they don't feel it because they fighting it. That's exactly that's the reason why they don't feel it. When it's women like this, they in denial about it. You know what I mean? Have something to say. That they sitting there calling this man, and see, they got me messed up. Calling this man a woman. Keep on saying Congresswoman. This is, I'm telling you,
Transgender
bro, this
people,
sad,
it
bro.
seems. And they always have to have somebody to blame and to focus on so that you don't watch them steal your money in Social Security and Medicaid, in your taxes, while they give big tax breaks to billionaires. It's a way of distracting American people from the real issues.
Well, and by the way,
That's what
this was
is
a
about.
hearing on arms control and international security and U.S. assistance to Europe, actual issues that matter. And I'm sorry, I come from the more libertarian side of the Republican Party. Live and let live. She ran as Sarah McBride.
Yes,
she was
she did.
elected by the voters as Sarah McBride. And listen, I think people of good faith can have different opinions on policy around trans issues. I do not think there is any way that you can treat somebody without dignity and respect in how they want to be
Well,
viewed.
it comes from the top.
Yeah, but aside from being
Listen, bro, I don't care about none of that. If I'm gonna address you as Mr. and you a Mr., that's what you are, bro. I don't care what they talking about. I don't care what Alyssa talking about. This, that, and the other. Be real with yourself. Honestly, Alyssa's a flip-flopper. We all know that. The rest of these women right here, straight lies, y'all know how they act. I mean, look at Sonny's face. We're talking about a man, bro. They steady still calling her a woman.
completely disgraceful and embarrassing to watch the way that grown man who is in our Congress is treating a fellow congressperson. Disgusting. But this is what
Say Congresswoman. That's what kills me. That's what kills me right there, y'all.
Congress is treating a fellow congressperson. Disgusting. But this is what I say about putting your party over the people, because this is Representative McBride came here. We all loved her. She's a
that party over people come out of Sarah's mouth. I find it interesting. They even slip up. Why I said that is they even slip up. They don't even really want to say Congresswoman. What they looking at right now, where they get most of their views from, obviously, is anything talking. They literally don't talk about anything when it comes down to what the Democrats are doing, what the Democrats are about. The felon of Democrats. They don't talk about none of that. But when it comes to the real about when it comes to what the right is doing, it's always a problem.
putting your party over the people, because this is Representative McBride came here. We all loved her. She's a common
Lovely.
sense
That's a man,
person.
bro.
That's how she got voted in. And she votes for bringing down the cost of living, raising the federal minimum wage to $15, cutting unnecessary red tape with federal government spending. We've heard that's kind of a big issue to them. This is someone they could work across the aisle, but they'd rather dismiss what we pay them to do, have these hearings and meetings, because he couldn't spit out the decent title of a fellow congressperson.
But that just goes to show, like, they sitting there and they backwards with it. When it came down to it, how everything worked out, let me tell y'all something. It's not hard, bro. They've been doing this for years, bro. I've been only doing this for about, 3 years, 2.5 years? It's common sense. When they played that video, he said, Mr. McBride. And you know what Mr. McBride said? Thank you, madam. He put the madam in there. If I'm not, we at 332. Look, y'all. So I know I'm not tripping.
As the representative from Delaware, Mr. McBride.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Madam Chair. That's what he said. See, y'all got me. I'm telling y'all messed up. Said, thank you, Madam Chair. So when they sitting there and saying stuff like Sarah just said,
wage to $15, cutting unnecessary red tape with federal government spending. We've heard that's kind of a big issue to them. This is someone they could work across the aisle, but they'd rather dismiss what we pay them to do, have these hearings and meetings, because he couldn't spit out the decent title of a fellow congressman.
And what happened after that man said that? What happened after McBride said that? We keeping the ball rolling, and then I didn't catch the man name, but he said you need to address McBride. So that was interrupting. So when it comes down to it, if they want to sit there and point fingers, it was all said and done. Bro said, "Madam, it was over with. Let's keep the ball rolling." It was you know what I mean? It's stuff like that, bro. Like, make it make sense. Even if it's things that need to be done, this, that, and the other. One thing about it at the end of the day is that man did the right thing by addressing that man with what, and who he is, what gender he is, Mr. So I applaud him for doing that.
Person. Disgusting.
By the way, that whole idea of have you no decency, that's a throwback to the House.
Since let me say this, and I'm gonna play the video because I know some of y'all got issues with me pausing the video, which I really don't care. What I got to say is, since they care about this person is a she and this really a man so much, how would y'all feel like if y'all going to a McDonald's and y'all see one of them men go in the bathroom with your child? Or if y'all at the movies and you seeing a man going there with your child? Like, make stuff make sense, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro. Like, I'm
American Activities Committee back when they were hunting people and saying they were communists. It was McCarthyism.
What I will say, the one silver lining that I saw was that I saw true allyship in that moment. I saw someone say, you don't get to disrespect and demean my colleague. And we need to see more of that, I think, in this country.
But I feel like, no, we don't. Because, look, this what it's about. This is what it's about, y'all. What we need to see more in this country is exactly what that man did while addressing him what he should have been addressed by. Yes, call yourself Sarah, call yourself whatever, but when it comes down to the real what's going on, when it comes all down to it, you missed her. Regardless, United States of America, you missed her. I'm telling y'all, bro.
Because you don't see enough of it. The other thing that I will say is Laverne Cox, the famous and wonderful Laverne Cox, openly trans woman, said it perfectly on our show.
Laverne Cox, ain't that something? Ain't that something? That is insane,
trans
bro.
Woman said it perfectly on our show. They are focused on the wrong 1%. The transgender community is 1% of the world. We need to start talking about the 1% of billionaires that are privatizing our country, privatizing our government.
I had to look that up. I'm literally like, I'm just lost. I mean, by all means.
Perfectly on our show. They are focused on the wrong 1%. The transgender community is 1% of the world. We need to start talking about the 1% of billionaires that are privatizing our country, privatizing our government, and stealing our money from us. That's what we need to talk about.
But historically, they always.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. I got 2 daughters. 2 daughters, right? I would be way more comfortable, if I had a son, going into, the boys' bathroom and a billionaire man walking there, use the bathroom, or my daughter's going to the bathroom and a billionaire woman going there, rather than what they talking about, having that, like, no, bro, I'm not, no, I'm good, I'm all right, I don't want that. I'm being dead serious, and I feel like it's more to that too. Honestly, feel like it's more to that. It all comes down to it. For the simple fact, I feel like they dragging this too. I feel like they dragging this just for the simple fact, at the end of the day, like, again, that's a man. So like, when they sitting there and they talking about this, I really feel like it's a joke, to be honest. When I watched it, like, I really feel like this is a joke right now. Honestly, I feel like this is a joke.
It's low, because they can't fight back.
Fruit.
Yes.
It's low hanging
By
fruit.
the way,
Now they can't fight back. Now they can't fight back.
Percentage because they can't fight back.
Fruit.
Yes.
It's low hanging
And by
fruit.
the
why we
way,
need
when
that allyship.
Sarah McBride was here, she distinctly said, I am not running to focus
stop
on
saying
transitions.
she.
I'm
Yeah.
running to focus on what my voters elected me on cost of living.
Yeah.
And I feel like a few members, because they want to dunk and they want to get clicks, keep trying to goad her into fights she's not even trying to have. She's
Her
showing up and
response
doing
was
her
so
job.
brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you,
And,
Madam Chair.
And, it's just, it is,
So they're hyping up that this man said, thank you, madam, and having a response. And they want to talk about somebody disrespecting something. Like, make that make sense. That's how you know this show is just, is they big hypocrites. Like, they just be talking. That's exactly how I know. You disrespecting this lady and disrespect. But now his response was brilliant. I'm telling y'all, bro. Come on with that, man.
When we come back, there's more to talk about, but I'm just going to say this before we go.
She got to go add something else to her cup.
We are, in this nation, watching.
Y'all see how long it takes her to say something, bro?
In this nation.
I'm sorry for rewinding it.
Watching what people will do to each other if we don't reteach people how to act.
Yeah.
This will become the norm again.
Bro, listen, Whoopi can't teach my dog, my 1-year-old dog. Whoopi can't teach a water bottle, let alone a person on what to do. Like,
How to act.
Yeah.
This will become the norm again.
Yes.
We fought for years to get respect for women, respect for gay folks, respect for trans folks, Asian folks, Spanish folks, white women, black women, people. We must be very vigilant on this, because if we're not, this is going to.
But that's the thing. Like, her saying that doesn't make sense, because regardless of like what you are, how she mentioned somebody being gay, somebody being trans, like her mentioning that. That's one thing. You know what I mean? Like, a white woman, an Asian woman. I'm not going to walk up to nobody and just be like, oh, yeah, what's up, Asian woman? Or what's up, black woman? Or what's up? Now, if it comes down to it and you identify somebody as that, then you identify. You know what I mean? Regardless. If it's a person that obviously that thinks they're a woman and they really a man, they take off and they, you know what I'm saying, steal a purse, and I got to tell the authorities, listen, that's a man, bro. Just like I would say, oh, that person, that's a white woman that took, or that's a black man that didn't, you know what I mean? So they gotta stop that, like that. Stop putting that in there, bro. It's a man and a woman at the end of the day. That's all. Make sure y'all comment down below. Let me know what y'all think about this. Definitely appreciate y'all. Much love, everybody. Catch y'all next one.